¿Quieres ir a rescatar a tu hermano? Yo voy contigo.
Giancarlo, how is it working together? The two of you finally meeting, and you had a lot of scenes together in the movie.
Oh, we did. It was great to be working with Stanley. You know, we've been each other's periphery and circle for many, many years, and I'm a huge fan of all that he does. So to be able to get with him on this movie was great because there's not a lot of scenes that either of us are in with other people.
Yeah.
So it was really cool. It's truly an honor.
And I feel the same. I feel the same way. It was great. I was very excited that he was on the movie and that we got a chance to do that scene together because, like you said, we've been in each other's orbit for many, many years now.
Yeah, that you could plan each other easier, the scenes that you have together, more or less how your characters interacted.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, look, I mean, I have a practice. I've done a number of movies where I haven't been in a scene with the actor I'd like to be there in a scene with in person. But then I take their image and their voice and I emblazon it into my head so that, you know, when I'm doing what I do and someone else is reading their part, I'm hearing them, I'm seeing them. That's part of the imagination that works when you're an actor, if you don't have them in person. So it's always a boon, you know, especially in this film, to have a real live person to act and react from.
Yes.
And to be threatened by and to be, you know, it's like the challenge of convincing someone. You know, I think our scene is a little bit about that, convincing, you know, me that he's sincere and wants the best for all people, and that I should, you know, come out of retirement and be working for him. I mean, all those things really play into the truth of how you render something, you know, real.
Speaking of realities and something true or false, Stanley, how close do you think we are to this reality show in this movie? Robots gaining conscience, having a life of their own.
Well, I think we're not that far away from it. And you know, we were just talking before that there are cars driving themselves around now, which I was really unaware of. I just didn't really think it was real, but it's very real. So I think we're not terribly far away from it. Technology is what? Growing faster and faster and faster and faster. And I think in the next 10 years, we're going to, particularly with AI, the world will be a very different place on every level. I think war will be different, medicine will be different, all the things that we still will need the tactile. We still will need the human touch, but a lot of it will be taken over by AI. We just have to make sure we're not taken over by AI.
And Giancarlo, do you think this would be good, bad? Do you see the positives, the negatives about this?
I can see both sides of the coin. I can see a very positive advancement in moving forward, and I can see a negative advancement of being out of touch. I think part of that has started already when, you know, for some of us, our best friends and our information all comes from a cell phone, from a cellular device, or from a computer device. You know, I keep literature in my life. I keep books by my bedstand table. I know for me it's not illuminated. That page is paper, and it smells like a book, looks like a book, and contains some ancient history that I want to know about. I think there's a balance that has to be struck with all of it. And I think that we'll know that balance when the grid goes down for a couple of days. Then we're going to be, you know, look, what TikTok went off for 48 hours and people were freaking out. But, you know, until they could re-scramble it and redo it. And it came back different, by the way. So, you know, look at the manipulation that goes on through these devices. We're leaving ourselves open to be controlled in a certain way. But who's to say that we don't want that? It makes my life easier not to have to think about it. Does it? Until all of a sudden it's not easier.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you don't have it.
How reliant are we on it? That's the question, and we're pretty reliant on it.
Welcome to the movie of Electric State.
Yes,
we are in the virtual world because
Yeah.
we're not really real.
And I can't hear you. So yes, welcome.
And yes, you should see this movie for a lot of reasons. It's great entertainment, number one. There's great set pieces, great visuals, but it's a film that makes you think about a lot of things in your life and the world around you. But ultimately, it's graceful, it's fun, it's futuristic, and it's happening now.